Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. There's so many ironies that's been connected with this case. Father Cragen quoted from St. Francis. I'm a Catholic altar boy most of my young life, and I graduated from St. Francis High School in Athol Springs, New York. So many things have come back over the last couple of years that even today's weather, who would have thought? We were hoping for sun these last 11 days, but it's nearly 60. It's bearable, and it's almost as if Mary Lands is up there opening up the skies a little bit to make this day, which is so difficult for Cliff and Anita, a comfortable one for what it can be worth. As I mentioned earlier, she was a victim of domestic violence. People who knew her knew of the domestic violence. A relative in the family who was a nurse knew of the violence. Never told the parents, never told the police. I urge not only, we're going to be gone, this case is going to be closed, I have absolutely no doubt about that very soon, but this police department and Chief Schwartz with what he's doing, bringing integrity to this department, I mean, it even looks better in 6 months, and I'm proud to say that I know these members of the Marshall Police Department. The chief told us he's going to work with the Attorney General's office if we need resources. He's committed to solving this case. But what's really an emphasis here is that Mr. and Mrs. Marshall and our community knows that this police department is going to get the job done. Anyone in your life, if you know of domestic violence, you have to tell someone, even if it's an anonymous call. There's a lot of resources out there that can help with that type of a tragedy. And I absolutely believe, had the parents known about Mary's plight back then, she may be with us today. But we just need that one tip. People that are here today, people that are going to see this on the news or read about the story, Mary's name is out there, and we have to thank the media for doing this over 6 years. A lot of times they want something new. Why are you doing it? What's today? But they still show up each year to promote Mary's cause, and someone is going to make that one phone call that could end this case tomorrow, and we could bring her home and get her properly buried. I'd like to do Michelle, and just have her say a few words of what's available in the community for resources for domestic violence.
Hi. Mary, unfortunately, is not alone. 30% of all women report some kind of abuse in their life, and that's only the people that report. Domestic violence is a very underreported crime, and it is a crime. 1 out of 3 teenagers have that abuse in their relationships. It can be verbal, mental, physical, sexual, and 1 out of every 3 teens, that's huge. That's a huge statistic that experience that during their teenage, growing up, dating years. The Safe Place Shelter is in Battle Creek, right on Capitol Avenue, and we have 15 rooms available for people that need to come. We typically have women and their children come, and we help provide them with food and clothing and the services that they need to get on and move on. Sometimes our women go back to the same situation they came from, and it's very sad, but we're in an empowerment model, so if they do that and they come back to us again, we help them again. And we just keep doing that until they decide that they want to really change and get away from their abuser. I guess that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Michelle. And please, it's in the book. The address is not noted, but it's Safe Place Shelter in Battle Creek. Chief Schwartz, if you would say a few words. We just are so gracious of your hospitality, and it's just a pleasure to know you, sir, and we know you're going to get this job done.
Thank you, Jim. When I came to Marshall, I did some research, and of course, Mary Land's case was there in the forefront. Since coming here, we have now been able to allocate more resources to this investigation. I didn't know Mary very well. One of the first things we did is I did meet her parents, Cliff and Anita. What wonderful people. To take time out of their day to come and visit with me at least an hour and a half, if not longer. And through them, I got to know Mary a little better. And seeing you all here today, that is also a testament of what a special person she was. As Father read from the prayer from St. Francis, you know, the Marshalls live that as well. There's not any hostility in their voice. They just want their daughter to come home. And as we work towards this, that is our goal as well. We are tasked with the responsibility of doing this investigation, along with the Calhoun County Prosecutor's Office, the Michigan State Police, the Marshall Police Department. But I also want to task you, as members of the community, to assist us in this investigation. We can't do it alone. We rely on you. People have information, and we need to share that information. We need to keep that word of Mary out there. We need to bring her home. We need closure, not just for the Marshalls, but for this community as well. This is the 6th year that this has been going on, and we will go on until it is taken care of. But again, it takes you as part of the community to join us and to bring this to a closure. Mr. and Mrs. Marshall, I can't tell you I understand how you feel, but I do know that we will work together. We will be in touch, and if you need anything, we're there to assist as well. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks again. And Sergeant McDonald, who has been with us. Sergeant.
Let's try it again. Anyway, what I wanted to say was Sergeant McDonald, who's been with us for 6 years, great guy. We just have the resources, we have the team, we have the people that are going to get this job done. And I want to thank the staff. We've had our differences in the past, but there are no differences in the future. This is one big team devoted to getting Mary brought home. The only thing I'd like for you to say a couple of words, and then we can release the balloon.
Thank you, everyone, for coming and supporting us for 6 years, 6 long years. We love everybody. We have my angels out here, which is awesome. And we just want to thank everybody for all their support. And we've needed it all time. Thank you. We love all you.
And just to let you know, the balloons, we had 45 red ones to signify each year, since Mary was born, as she lived today. And the 6 yellow balloons are for hope in each of the years that we've been here, here on each individual. So if you want to just release them, I thank you for your time. Okay. Thank you. See, that's another omen. Usually they get stuck. They're gonna.
Made a lot of it. That's good. 3 of them is all that didn't make it. That's awesome.